Banner there.
What's up, Mr. Gary? Turn that down there.
What's all that?
Ooh.
Are you making a adult beverage in a blender?
I'm making a little video there.
That sounded like a blender running.
I'm telling you what.
I saw Mr. Jim Lauer first on the numbers, and here he is. He says, Jim Lauer says, "Hey guys, and happy Father's Day." Right on. Thanks, Jim.
Gary and Gary in the house right here.
The Harpers?
The Harpers are in.
Man,
what's going on, the Harpers?
I don't see him. Hello, Harpers.
They're right under Jim.
Wow, they didn't show up on my phone.
What's up, Jim? Happy Father's Day. Good seeing you just in a stranded parking lot yesterday with Eric Summer. Right?
Yeah, we just saw you yesterday, Jim.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Him and Eric Summer. Yep. Some buddies from Salina town.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Yes.
And yeah, happy Father's Day.
Oh, Bobby Stahl sending me tons of pictures right now. It looks like you got some the car show yesterday, Automobilia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Got
well, he got it. Well, dang it. He sent him a little late.
I know it.
There's Mrs. Harper missing all of you.
I know it. We're going to see you this Friday.
Woo! Well, we need some Friday info if we're going to see him Friday, right?
Friday.
Need some info.
What time's gates open?
Doug Perry. Hey, guys. Hello, Mr. Doug. Jim says, too bad we couldn't watch you race. Yeah, you guys are so close, man. You guys are just down the road.
Oh,
so, man. Yeah, almost.
Yep. Dang it.
Tim Purdue, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you, Tim.
Happy Father's Day. All the fathers out there, man. We had a great Father's Day.
Check out Tim's, what's it called, an avatar or a little dealie on the left of his name. Look at that. That's cool. That's awesome, Weld Racing. It's got a flag. Man, that's cool, dude. Dig it. Weld should make that their logo. You got it?
They should. Let's vote on that right now.
Run that up the chain. Vote
2. Any ayes or any nays? The ayes have it. All right, let's move on.
You've surely got some pull, Tim. That would be a great looking sticker.
He's got all the pull over there.
Stupid fly in here.
And speaking of pull, they had some street tacos or walking tacos. What was that we had?
I had a crumbled Dorito plate taco.
That's what that is. That's what.
Like you're supposed to put it in the little bag. I want to put it on the plate so I can put more stuff on it.
Is that Wendy Martin?
There's Wendy Martin. Hello, boys. Hello, Wendy.
Nice. Great seeing you guys. Man, had a blast.
Dude, they put in so much work Friday night with all that. Man, we got some cool pictures and stuff for that.
Raised $530
dollars. Yes. And it's that'll get rolled to the next event, right?
Yeah.
To Noble in August 8th and 9th.
8th and 9th. Yeah. So we're looking at Arc City next weekend, and then the next one's in August. We're going to shut July off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
6 weeks. 6 weeks in the garage with air conditioning on.
Well, 2 of those weeks I'll be in Cologne, Germany, Dusseldorf.
So speaking of weather in Germany, what is the weather like in the middle of July in Germany?
Man, it's nice because it's north on the equator. So it's like the fall.
Oh, wow.
That's what it is.
So is it like going to be 60s or like sunny in 60s or no humidity, the best weather imaginable?
Yeah.
Oh, you may not come back.
I may not. I went over there one time during the winter. I was there for like 10 days and never saw the sun.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, but no, it's gonna be nice. Long pants, long sleeve. Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's still of us on the equator.
So yeah, you'll come back. You said the 25th.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're gonna walk out the door of the airport and
back in Wichita. Yeah.
Breathe.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yucky Kansas weather.
But you're gonna have to tell me. You gotta give me a highlight for this weekend. All right. So you can just
What's that?
Don't tell me now, but you gotta give me a highlight for this weekend a little later in the show when I call out highlight. All right. So start thinking about it.
Well, my highlight will not involve the casino. I'll tell you that.
It will not. It will not.
Exactly. We all made casino deposits.
It's an investment, I heard. You just invest back in, and
that's right.
It's entertainment. That's what Tanner said. You spend so much money per hour. It's just entertainment,
Well, I thought we had to pay for that Dr. Pepper we was drinking.
Oh, that's probably it.
Some expensive Dr. Pepper, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody, happy Father's Day.
Yes.
All you awesome fathers. Yeah.
You got a Father's Day present, didn't you, this weekend? I know FedEx was kind of holding it back.
Oh, I did. Look at that.
A few extra days.
Little scooter mobile.
I see it.
Yeah.
That bad boy off. You're supposed to get it Wednesday, right? Wednesday. I'll give you enough time, unbox it, charge it up, try it out this weekend. And then Wednesday came and went, okay, it's going to be out Thursday. Thursday's enough time. Box it.
Yep.
You come over Friday, no scooter, Gary.
No scooter. I was going to bring it with.
Yeah. Saturday, out for delivery. Finally.
Yeah. Yeah. And Thursday we get a message or an email late Thursday. It said undeliverable or business closed, something like that. And it's like, what is this?
You shut the garage door on them when they came up?
I don't know. So that didn't make any sense. So, early in the morning on Friday, back out for delivery. Friday night, undelivered again. So it finally showed up Saturday. And I looked at the sticker on the box, the label. The label was just fine. There was nothing wrong with the label.
Wonder what happened there.
I don't know what the hang up was. I don't know.
What's going on? That's got a little red tint. Is that matching something else?
What's that?
The scooter doesn't have a little red in it. I think I see some red.
Oh, that's it's got some lights on it. It's got some turn signals, some running lights.
Okay, is that a reflector?
That's the shock.
Oh, the shock. Okay,
it's the shock.
Yeah, some coilovers. Are they radio valve?
Under the deck? I can't say.
Yeah.
Under the deck is some lights.
Okay. Show it off. Let's see that new bad boy. Look at that. Gee, minis. Is that extra or does that come? Golly, you're blinding me. Woo, woo, woo. Does that come extra or is that part of the package?
That's part of it. Man, it's got a horn. Listen to this.
Oh, everybody out the way. Heck yeah. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. He's doing donuts out there. Yep. There you go. Wendy's got a message for you. She says you need to get it stickered up before you bring it to the racetrack. Get it stickered up, she said.
It would have been really cool to have at the track. It would have got muddy this past weekend. Yeah. But I took it out in the street, and it'll go 11 mile an hour on number 1, 18 mile an hour on number 2, and 28 mile an hour on number 3.
Dang, that's rolling.
And I don't want to crash going 28 mile an hour.
No.
At 54 years old. Not a great idea.
When you texted me that, Tanny, my wife said, "Hey, make sure we don't need no road rash before the podcast." That's what she said.
No.
Yep. So Dr. Dave kind of turned you on to that, right? Didn't he have one or something? What's going on?
Yeah. At Centerville, he's like, hey, he had one just like it, like the same model. And he's like, jump on that and take it for a spin. And rode it from our pit down to the staging lanes and goofed off. And it's like, this is really cool. This is handy.
Heck yeah.
So I figure if sometime I don't want to load the golf cart, or like going with you where you've got a golf cart and we don't have room for another, we just throw that in the bed of the truck and good to go.
Man, I'll use it once. I'll probably get one.
It's pretty fun. It's cool. I didn't think I would like the seat, but I just left it kind of the front bars collapsed and the seats. So when I went out in the street with it, I just sat on it and tooled around on it. And the seat's cool. I haven't I haven't raised everything up and did it that way yet, but
yeah,
I'll probably do a YouTube video review on what I like and don't like about it.
I'll check that out.
And I'll be honest, there's nothing I don't like about it yet.
So far, so good. All thumbs up.
Now, the instructions were kind of but
okay, needed some help in the instruction department. What about Tiffany? What's her vote? What's she thinking? Is she going to get one?
I don't think she's interested in it.
You don't want to get to the pool and back?
No, not yet. No, I may work on her enough and try to persuade her to try it out. But
right on. Okay. You got a couple of comments. What's old Dawn saying?
What's Dawn said? Dawn says, "Who is better at making bacon, Gary or Wendy?" Wendy made an enormous amount of bacon.
How many pounds? Was it
20?
Was it 18, 19, 20, 21?
25 pounds showed up, and she cooked 20.
Now, Wendy might be better at making the bacon, but Gary is better at eating the bacon.
Tiffany was asking me about everything, and I said nobody went away bacon hungry. There was plenty of bacon.
I went through 3 times on the bacon. Did you beat me?
I had 2 waffles, and I didn't count how many handfuls of bacon I had.
Tanner said he had 4 waffles.
He did have 4 waffles. I saw them with my eyeballs. No wonder he didn't eat the rest of the day.
Oh, I know. Man, that was so good. We got some great pictures on that. Wendy, now, if we're not it's an official deal too. We can vote on this. If we're not at a Waffle House, but we're at a racetrack where Wendy is there cooking waffles, it's now Wendy House instead of Waffle House.
Wendy House.
Or
Martin's house. Wendy House.
Lock that in. WW there. No, man, they put in work for 30, 40 minutes. I look over there and she's got the big super grill going. I look over, I see this generator that looks about the size of a smart car.
Yes.
They got the waffles going. They got this little bitty waffle maker. They're making waffles this big in squares. Count them all up, 10, 15.
Some big Belgian waffles.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a great time.
Yeah,
there's John Ketch.
Oh, sorry. She's talking about right there. You see that?
Which the 20 waffles or seeing the kid 4 or 5 times?
4 or 5 times. That's what she's talking about.
That's Tanner.
Yeah. We're walking through the casino. We go in and give the guy a nod, and Tanner goes, "He's my dad. I'm with him." Yeah. Hey, there's John Ketch.
There's John Ketch. What's up, fellas? Hey, John. We missed you this weekend.
Yeah, but we pulled chip 525. 525.
We missed you, but you didn't miss anything.
Yeah, you saved
except waffles and bacon.
Yeah, you saved some gas money. So 525 was pulled.
John, will you be at Arc City this weekend coming up at Mad Heads Up Racing?
Yes. True.
Yeah, Wendy says she says 20. She cooked 20 pounds. There was 5 left over to take to the next event. And I didn't hear anybody complain that they did not get enough bacon in their belly.
Oh my goodness.
So it was so good.
So good.
Yeah, she saw one kid 4 or 5 times.
I tell you what, you just sit there on the chair and you could just go into a coma, with all the bacon. Just sit there.
Hey, and I'll be honest, I would have ate more bacon, but I was so dang thirsty. I needed to suck off my Mountain Dew so bad. I'm so thirsty.
Oh my goodness.
I needed some Mountain Dew to wash down that salt. Woo!
Oh yeah, it was good. It was good.
Here's Andrew Lovett. He says, "What's up, guys? Happy Father's Day, guys. Happy Father's Day, Andrew and everybody."
Hey, Andrew.
Happy Father's Day to your father, Chris.
Yep.
Oh, man. Wendy says Travis Kurtz has already donated 15 pounds.
Are you serious?
Well, there's the 20.
There's 20 right there. Oh, my goodness. And this is talking about for Thunder Valley in August, right? 8th and 9th. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Woo!
Yeah. So, we know there. I know there's a where the motel is. There's a Waffle House somewhere up that way from where the motel will be, but that won't be as fun as the Martin Bacon Waffle Extravaganza.
Yeah, if the Martins are locked in, we're riding that wave until they're done. That's awesome.
So she says, "Get away, get out,
get away,
get out of here.
Take your bacon and go.
Take your waffle eating appetite out of here."
But we're raising some money. We're raising some money in 2 events. Almost 1,000. I don't know. We'll have to add it up here in a minute. I know there's some numbers out there.
Yep.
Nice.
That's the coolest part of the whole deal. Raising money for the juniors and the kids. That's so cool.
Absolutely.
John Ketch says he should be there at MAD. Been fighting transmission issues. 52 hours of windshield time in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
What's
going on there?
Man
alive.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. I know Austin Martin was ready. Dial in. They got him cooking back there, flipping the waffles.
Yeah.
525.
Releasing the trans brake, ripping down the track. Shoo. He made a couple passes. I know he made one for sure. I got him on the live feed.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he made the second one, another one that night.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't rewatch the one from the second one. It was kind of dark.
It was good. I watched it. It was good.
And man, you're gonna see it in my screenshots, and you've seen it if you was watching. Anybody watching live, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. My little 3 dilly boppers here, I failed to realize how bad a shape they're in, and it made the quality of the feed really crummy.
Yeah, in that corner there's a little glare. What's going on there? Is that a new cover, or what do you need to do?
Yeah, it's a triple lens cover. And what I really should have done was just pulled that cover off and just expose the camera, the back of the camera itself. But I'm not that smart that fast.
Just quick on your feet. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't even think about doing that until it was too late. So
right on.
Yeah,
right. It's
which
still
probably isn't a bad
better
thing.
than not going live at all. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I was really surprised at how good the service was.
Yeah.
The service was great. Yeah.
Oh, Troy's got some feedback.
Let me hit Wendy here real quick. She says, so far for the year, we have raised $988. Holy cow.
Holy cow, man. That's 900.
In 2 raises. That's great.
Man, that is awesome.
Oh, Troy says it wasn't horrible, but expected better from a professional live feeder.
Well, and he's right, but at the same time, you've been out of the seat for a few.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I hadn't done it for a while.
We had Tanner back. You had some free time,
I need to look on Amazon and get another set of those. I thought I had like a pair of them. If I have one stashed, I don't know where it's at, so I'll just go ahead and order another.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll do that again at Arc City if I see service is good.
Right. Well, you got good commentary there as far as who the players are. You read, you talk about the ET and the mile an hour, turning off. You just give the whole thing because sometimes it's hard to see down there as a viewer, and
as a 54-year-old welder, sometimes it's hard for me to see down there too.
You remember in Texas, you're like, is that a 40? Is that a 40?
Yeah, is that a 40? Is that a 40?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Forever grudge.
Yeah.
Is that a 40?
Yeah, the dude. Is that a 40?
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah. I didn't have my glasses. I couldn't see.
That's funny. That's right, Wendy. Thanks
that
for
board. Yeah. That board is way down there.
Yeah, it is way down there. Shout out.
Thanks to the Titans of 10-5 crew. Yep.
Ain't that the truth? Woo!
Hey, there's Larry Hunt.
Larry
says, sorry I'm late. Just got done with transmission and converter.
Heck yeah, I got his training back in. That's right. Old Marty.
You can go out up on the highway and do some passes on the highway, run over to Buc-ee's and back.
It makes sense. They call it the night train.
Night train.
Let's do it.
Sneak over there to the Buc-ee's.
Yeah, good seeing you, Larry. It was good seeing you over the weekend, man. Good.
Yeah, it was good seeing all the Titans.
Oh, yeah. There's the whole crew, man. And we got a couple goose stories there, some hats again. We got to bring in the picture,
Oh, goose.
You can say, that this is what hat started it all, and but so I brought Goose a hat. And so he's got his own now. You don't need to be going around trailers taking other people's hats.
I know.
But there was another hat in question, right, Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so Gary's got a hat now too. And
It's hanging right there. See it right there hanging?
I see it. So we're sitting there riding the storm out, and here he comes. And Goose doesn't know we're in the truck. We're just kind of chilling. Got some shades
he
up.
walked right by you.
Got the AC rolling. Listen. We're basically listening to your live feed, right?
Yep.
From the night before, and because they got the whole thing in pause, and so here come Goose, and what happened was we got this little beeper now. When he's in 20 feet of the trailer, we get an alert, little signal, and there he was, and he came around the back, and he snuck in. He grabbed Gary's hat, Gary's glasses, walked straight up to the truck, and looked at us, and he was busted. Straight up. Wasn't he, Gary?
Yeah, we saw him come up that side of the trailer, and I was thinking, oh man, my hat is laying on the golf cart seat, and the golf cart was inside the trailer because we didn't unload nothing on Saturday. And here he come up there with another hat on his head, and it was mine.
Oh,
and my sunglasses were on top of that.
I know, right? It's like you had your personal property right there. You couldn't even deny.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Yeah,
says
he's
he'll
fun.
use that thing for brush hogging. That's right. Yeah.
Yep. Going to keep him protected from the suns.
That's right. He didn't bring a hog either. We shot him down. We
didn't bring the hog.
Yeah.
We almost had a hog there, 20 pounds of bacon, 25.
Woo.
Larry says the Bucky's Express.
That's right.
Here's some info for Friday night from Mrs. Harper. Friday night testing, gates open at 5, testing from 7 to approximately 11.
Okay.
Drag radials and slick tires only. $50. You're not going to test on a Harper type track anywhere in the country for $50 freaking dollars.
No, that's a lock. We'll be there. I'll be there before 5, just so you know. But yeah, we'll definitely we'll be there testing, getting our spot. Yeah, man, Harper's up 3 or 4 times. Man, his ears had to be ringing with all the where you had some downtime, and so we're just talking about best prep and nicest track, all that.
Yep.
Came up 2 or 3 times. Are they leasing him out to different facilities now? Is he going down to Thunder Valley? Is he going over to other events?
Lease out his talent.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
And we'll come back to this and show this again. This Friday night info. Yeah. I can put I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put a star on that. I don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Might make it easy. Yeah. I'll make it easy for me to find again. Mrs. Harper also says, "Someone please make the rain stay away." You're gonna stay away. Can't take much more.
How many events were canceled this weekend because of that?
Yeah.
We
saw that a lot of rain came through here yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And luckily out where we was at, it got kind of broke up before it got there. But
yeah. We were driving back this morning. The ditches were full all over 400.
Man, they got a lot of the ground is so wet out in southeast Kansas. Holy cow.
Yeah. Around that area, Parsons and even Santa Fe Lake Road's closed right now. The Santa Fe Lake. By in the rich area where Tanner lives, we had to take him home.
There's Mr. Tido, Mark Werdehausen. What's up, Mark? Good evening, fellas, he says.
Heck yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Nice. Thanks for the flyer for Gary and I. That's just good stuff.
Yeah, it's good to see you again, Mark.
Yeah, good stories, man. He was telling us about being overseas as well, and the whole deal with flights and his hotel stay. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch any of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
You fill in the blank on the color, but his hotel was next to the blank light district. And so,
gotcha.
So he was having.
I can paint pictures in my head off of that.
Force books the stuff. You know what I mean? We can't upset. It was a good time.
This is rated PG-13 ish, maybe.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Barry Peters says, "Pimp Harper out."
I know, right?
Pimp him out.
Pimp him out. They should have a class. You know how they have tuning classes?
Oh, yeah.
Just come on out. He should have like 2 classes a year. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Bring your own barrel. You know what I mean?
Bring your own barrel.
Yeah.
Actually, that would probably work where he could hold some class on how to read the track. I mean, I believe that would totally work.
Mix, all that stuff that I just hear him talk about that I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean?
Surface,
what the temp you want. You know, if you don't spray in directions, how fast do you go, which way the wind's blowing? Because you notice he'll spray down, then he'll go back around on the return road and spray down again. Most people just kick it the other, spray down, then come back. I mean, he's got all those little details. He got all the class. He can write a book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Mark says inside the blank light district. District. Yeah. Yeah. That's like the match game where you're feeling inside the blank.
Yeah. Exactly.
The match game. Yeah. Take you back to the 80s, right?
Yeah. Rhymes with Ted. All right. There we go.
Ted.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Right on.
Well,
you got some pictures on kick it off?
Roll into some stuff here. Let me slide out of the way. Kick us. Let's give a shout out to our partners. Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Mobile Recon, Mobile Detailing, Titans F10.5, the fastest small tire series in the Midwest, Sandland Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Thank you to those awesome partners in 2025. We appreciate being partners with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Our podcast, what you're looking at if you're on the YouTube side, our YouTube channel, Heads Up Racing Gary and Hot Rod Podcast. If you're not on the YouTube and you find that on YouTube, give it a like and a subscribe and say something good, say something bad, whatever. We don't care. We can take it. We're big boys.
Fun.
Yep, having fun. Grab a subscription on my Gary Putnam Racing Welding and Fabrication YouTube channel. I got some stuff to do yet when I have the time. I'm going to do a little review on this little scooter I just got. I got some parts from my car I want to review on yet.
I want to review on that scooter.
Well, I just got to do it. It's got to get in line.
Yeah.
It'll be easy to do.
I already told Tanya if I ride it once, I'll probably buy it. I'll buy one,
Yeah. And like I said earlier, I don't have any bad things to say about it yet. Mm-hmm. It's really cool.
Well, just like when I was a kid 3 weeks back or whenever that was, I was walking around, which I know is probably good for you. But I'm just thinking, man, the golf cart, just like you almost need like a little side trailer or something. You don't want to bring the whole big trailer out for that. Yeah. And this fills in the blank right here.
Yep. That's exactly why I got it. Just toss it in the bed of the truck and take off.
Roll. Cool.
Yes. We got a couple comments here. Mrs. Gary, this is Mr. Harper. What's up, Mr. Harper?
Heavy
he says, I do have a lot of track info for sure. Still learning every event and always trying to do something better.
There you go.
Yes, you are. We know you are. You do.
Yeah.
You're a go-getter for sure.
Yeah.
Troy. Okay. Troy says, give Adam the scooter a week. Should be able to get it to go 50 to 60 mile an hour. Troy, I have zero interest in that. I'll be honest. Nope. I'm not interested in that at all.
When you said it went 29 or 30. I was just like, whoa, I'll keep it low gear. 11's
enough. Number 3, it went 28.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't need to get anywhere any faster than that.
Yeah.
That's my golf cart. My golf cart will only go 16. So I'm already way ahead. Mr. Harper says, I have been helping other tracks to help with their prep game. We did Thunder Valley for Mega Drag Week.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
good. We had heard some rumors of that you was going to help out down there. Good.
Yeah, the word is out. Harper on speed dial.
Harper, the prepping machine.
Yeah. He just needs to send a list of 10 things before I even show up. You got to have the tractor, the dragger, the broom, the what's that little scraper 2000,
Oh yeah.
All that stuff. Everything that they've been getting over there lately.
Yeah, and you hear guys say, well, they're using such and such prep, and well, that's all good, but you got the equipment and the knowledge to use it?
Well, fair.
Harper does.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the best prep.
Yeah.
You know how to use it?
Right. Well, that's a good point. It's like saying you buy all the best race parts. You know what I mean? Well, can you get to A to B down the track?
And in the tracks we've been on, this year has been pretty good surface, pretty good tracks.
Yep.
It's been good.
Bobby Stahl just hit me up. He said he's going to see me Saturday at Arc City.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Harper, let's see. Austin Martin. Hey, Austin, maybe he will go down for Titans of 10-5.
Yeah, at Thunder Valley. I don't know if him and Al have talked about that or not. I'm gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in your talks there, Mr. Harper?
Got that scheduled.
Oh, here he says he used their stuff and the track was on point.
Lock.
Yeah. And you was I'm sure you was a pretty big factor in that being on point.
Well, that's what he said. Yeah, it's right there at the beginning. I used their stuff.
Yes. Yep.
Ooh.
They're using our guy.
That's it. Don't be floating over there like stay where you're at. We'll lock that gate.
Yeah. Don't let people entice you. They'll try to steal you.
Oh.
Yep. Well, yeah, we got some things to roll through here. We got some mad stuff also here real quick.
Let's do it.
But I got a picture this week from Stephen Brown.
Oh,
we showed this new machine at Advanced Engine a couple weeks ago. And then maybe it was last week. And then I get a picture from Stephen and they're running that machine. Got my block sitting in it.
Is that Gary Putnam?
I think it is.
Woo-wee.
That's my piece.
Going to have an engine on the floor.
Yep. That I take it to mean that we have pistons and we're making the hole.
Final hone here.
Making the hole the right size.
Rings, push rods. We're getting it all together.
Yep. So maybe
did you call 4th of July or are you going a week after?
Well, I kind of guesstimated maybe by the 4th, and maybe I'll be close. Maybe give or take a little bit. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but it'll be pretty soon. I bet, before too long. Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to beat the car back. Is that what you're thinking?
For sure. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get that thing. You get it on Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whenever you get it. The next show, you got to hold it up and make motor noises.
Brum, 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 brum.
There you go. It can't be a little LS with a turbo tractor with the little flapper valve on it.
The potato.
Can't be that. Right on.
Yeah, Mr. Harper says Heckman is paying someone to do the Titans race at Oklahoma City.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, good. Good to know.
There we go. All right, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, Barry Peters says prep is application.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Years of experience.
Yes. Last week we talked about Rocky Mountain Race Week, Mega Week that rolled through Wichita and stuff. That was a week-long deal. Big double header event, and this black and red javelin of Bryant Goldstone's just I don't know what you want to say. The dude's a machine.
Yeah.
He won both classes he entered and took home a big money.
And the shootout.
The shootout and a big pile of cash. Just had this last week to rest. If he even rests, he may not rest. He may not sleep at all.
Yeah.
But here I see this picture today. He's in tech. This is for Sixth Summer.
Okay.
He's going at it again this week. Dude's crazy, man.
Was there a week in between? Right.
Yeah, this past week, because the Mega Week ended Saturday of last week.
Right. So this week coming up, they're going to go another.
Yeah. Wow.
And is that Steve Morse in front of him with that wagon?
Yeah. Yep, that's Steve Morse's wagon, and I think this kicks off in Byron, Illinois. Where it goes after that, I haven't seen. I don't know, but I just thought this was crazy that he's off of that deal pretty recent and he's going again. Man, the dude's a machine.
I was kind of on his page the other day and I saw him talking about it. Trying to remember,
Yeah. Hey, Barry Peters says I might be ready to roll in 2026.
Oh, well, I would hope.
Well, it's not going to be 25. I know that. Mrs. Harper says, I got our run, guys. Be sure to bring all your friends. We have a waffle going on. We will draw tickets on June 28th. Do not have to be present to win. Okay, I forgot about all the stuff we saw inside the concession stand. Yeah. Proceeds go to help the pit area repairs. Please buy tickets. So yes, go inside the concession area and see what's in there. Buy tickets.
Hundreds of giveaways. I mean,
yes,
all packed up. Different businesses out there, and then they have like a little. One of the top prizes was that little ice cooler. Little.
Yeah.
What was that there, Gary?
Yeah, it had a cooler. There was some adult beverages that come with it and some other stuff. Mm-hmm. Really cool little piece.
Yeah, nice.
So I'll need to get some tickets for that.
Yeah,
28th. So that's a week from Saturday coming up.
Okay.
So yep.
Next weekend. Heck yeah.
Very good. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Bryant here. Go and do this crazy stuff some more. So good for him, man. That's
top of the 34,000, didn't
he? Yes. Yes, he did.
Dang.
Yep.
Get back in line.
Yep.
Didn't his back glass come out at Flying H? We were talking about that.
It did. Yeah, the back glass came out, the parachute, that stuff all ripped apart in the back, the bar and all that stuff. And I just seen a quick little video he had. Larry Larson's shop is just down the street at Oak Grove, just a few miles away. So Larry, instead of taking the car and stuff to Larry's shop, Larry put stuff in he had stuff in his trailer already. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he took truck and trailer and took everything right over to Flying H and made repairs.
Mobile service.
Yeah, that couldn't have worked out any better, being Larry being so close and being able to fix that. So that's good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Racer in need. That's awesome.
Yes. Mrs. Harper says, then we have 3 other waffles. That's it. The liquor wagon.
That's what it was.
Yep. Pit bike and gas power washer. Those tickets are $5 each, and we will draw for those in September.
Okay.
Good to know. Cool.
Good to know.
Right
Here
on.
It is. Here it is, right here.
There's Brian Wise. Hey, Brian.
Be wise. Heads up.
Brian Wise. Yep. So this is coming up this week. This is the reschedule from the weather rain or cold, whichever it was back in April.
Mm-hmm.
So here this is popping up June 21st, 4:30 p.m. This shows the Garfield Furniture Heads Up Series.
Heck yeah.
And this says this is for Saturday. Gates open at 2 p.m. Racing starts at 4:30 p.m. Adults are $15. Kids 17 and under are free.
Nice. Yeah, they're pushing it to the right a little bit, because it'll be a little hotter. Won't it be in the 90s?
Yeah, it'll probably be somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, it'll be hot.
Time the sun goes down, it'll be all right.
Yeah, the sun gets down behind the bleacher there, and it'll be nice. It'll be good in the evening.
Yep.
And Harper will have the track killer. We know that.
Yep. On kill.
Yep. That's like not even
a tune-up, up arrow.
Yeah. That's not even a thing to really worry about. Mm-mm. It's nope.
Yeah.
Also on the 21st is a True Street deal. I think I don't know if Chris Padgett has kind of put this together, or if this is something he's worked with Cliff, or if it's I don't know.
Sure.
But it's a True Street class on the 21st. It's got class rules, the 275 radial or a 2810.5 non-W, unless offered bigger from the factory. No hard tires. Wheels can be whatever, bead locks, spindle mounts, etc. Suspension can be bolt-on upgrades. Example, Nova Camaro front clip. Rear suspension must be bolt-in. No ladder bars or aftermarket 4-links. Let me stop on that real quick and catch this comment. Barry says, did you catch the head stud repair by Mashmeyer? I seen it in Brian Robbins' post. I read about that, and it worked. I forget the details, but they had to rig up some head stud repair on Bryant's big block, and it worked.
All right.
Yeah. Mashmeyer is a smart, crafty fella, and his smart craftiness got him out of a jam. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And Mashmeyer's shop, I believe, is in Oak Grove also, or very close to Oak Grove. Yeah. Larry Hunt says, appreciate everyone making the poll to Mo-Kan for Titans. I'm ready for dry weather. Right. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Back on this, no ladder bar shot to mark 4 links. Dual fuel systems allowed. Just have to make the cruise and can't add fuel on the drive or when we get back to staging lanes. We're going to come back to that because there's a iteration to that.
Okay.
Engine can be whatever, multiple power outers, must have cooling system and charging system, must have blinkers, headlights, taillights, mirrors, tag, insurance. This is streetcar stuff. Factory appearing dash, 2 seats, all glass except truck with roll cage through the rear window. Fiberglass hood and deck lid is allowed. Driver and passenger windows must roll down. No rules against safety equipment. Bare minimum 30 to 45 minute drive. Must beat the chase vehicle back.
Okay.
Now, the iteration I saw on the fueling, Chris Paget a few days ago said, let's make streetcars great again. He says you can add fuel when we get back. So that's a little extra information from what was originally put in the flyer here, where they said you could not add fuel when you come back.
All right. So we do the cruise, and then we're back in the staging lanes or back of your pit, and now we put the fuel back in, top it back off. Yeah,
you're allowed to add fuel.
Okay.
Where it originally said you cannot.
Oh, wow. Before the first lick, is that what that was?
Yeah. Yeah. Dual fuel systems allowed. Just have to make the cruise and can't add fuel on the drive or when we get back to staging lanes. So from the drive, they'll come right back to the staging lanes. So you can add fuel now. They've changed that.
Good.
Maybe that's to open up for some more cars to come in that kind of fit that. So cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, let's a couple comments here. Doug Perry says, I got parts coming this week. Should be ready in a couple of weeks. I had a setback in health this week. Hopefully I'll be making passes soon. Yeah. Hope your health gets back soon.
Get to feeling better.
That's right. Stay on top of it.
I see Babyface on.
What?
Yes, sir.
Babyface.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Old Brian. Here's a little more info on the True Street deal. $100 entry, 100% payout. There will be a split for classes, a faster class with a better payout. Opening rules up a little for car count. Split into 2 classes with an ET break. Will be 2 rounds of qualifying. No sandbagging. The timing boards will be on a 400 Pro tree. 8th mile. Heads up, both classes. Currently seeking sponsors. All money and prizes go to the class.
Nice.
Yep. Hopefully a bunch of cars show up to that. That'll be a cool class.
Oh, hopefully. They keep trying it, these little True Streets through the cruise and everything. So there's a lot of cars around here. Hopefully they all come out and show up and show out.
Yep. There's Matt Ray. Hey, Matt. What's up? Yes, that's right. Well, we got some pictures from where we went this weekend to try to race.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mo-Kan.
Yeah. You want to tell us a little bit about, we took off on Friday morning and.
Yeah. Took off, picked up Tanner halfway through there and then rolled on out. We were the first ones on the property. And so like Gary wanted. And so, so we rolled in and it was, there was some standing water in some of the areas. I don't know if they had rain that morning or late the night before, but easy pull down for us, so stop one time there for Donia and get a snack or whatever. And basically 3 hours door to door. And
easy drive.
And they got that casino / hotel right there, like 4 minutes away. And so we went in there, found our spot, got in there, and people just started rolling in, Dr. Dave hooked up with him outside there of town in Augusta and rolled down and set up camp. And the first car we saw outside of us had a little trouble, getting through. You know what I mean, Gary? There got a little
RV
got stuck, so we had some free entertainment going on. Watching. I think there's a lot of side bets going as far as people getting their vehicle stuck, but it's all right. It's all in fun. But
that was kind of that was a little bit of a challenge. It was advantageous for us to be the first ones there, because every little section there, we walked on every chunk of section. Up on the hard paved area, it was pretty wet and challenging up there, so we stayed away from that. And we picked the best grassy, not as soft spot that we could find.
And it had some gravel packed in it, right? It was on the edge. No, we did. We went there and kind of did our homework, got there a little early. Another thing we decided too was, because we went down there and after the pass, it's kind of a narrow lane. And so there was some standing water on both sides of the return road. So I told Tanner, just like, I'm going to drive it back to the ticket shack, because at the ticket shack, it widens up and there's acres of room. But so basically I drove it like an 1/8 mile back basically. And so we made sure for that, because, it's hard, you're going down, pick someone up, coming back, all that, I didn't want to have to do that. And so, so that worked out good. We made a couple of licks on Friday.
Yeah. And Ozark, Ozark was pull off to the side, let the car come by, like on the golf cart, come back up on the paved, and you couldn't, a 4-wheeler could probably get by with it, but man, a golf cart, you wasn't coming off that. And going to be very happy with the situation.
No, I mean,
there's a lot of standing water, like you said.
Days, and we just were, working through the situation. So, but you're on the side, what did you think about all that new asphalt?
I thought it was awesome. I wish we could have parked up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And not only that, but the on the east side, or not the east side, but kind of that east staging lane piece that kind of points in where you pull out from, like reuse that. When we were there 3 years ago, we went right up the middle. For hot summer nights.
Right.
They didn't do any of that this time. It was all brought in from, and it's, it was nice paved. It was marked well. Some coming in from the south, and then some coming in staging lanes from the north.
Yeah.
And it all met together there, and that was really
nice.
good.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah, it was good.
But so that was our plan, and no issues there at all. So Gary went live. Gary was back on the camera there, so that was fun.
I did. I went live twice.
Yeah.
Ray says he's putting mud tires on for the next one.
Yeah.
Ray was the first one.
Yeah, Ray. What was there? 4? Did we count 4 or 5? I mean, they had a tow truck on standby. He got there and just out and
there was 4 on Friday and 1 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Dang
it. Big boy had to call in the big Ford truck, get him out. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah. What's Harper saying?
Mr. Harper says grass is great when it's hot, but not much fun when it's wet.
You ain't lying.
And it wasn't like, it was soft and grassy and kind of soft, but them vehicles are so heavy and they don't have any traction, and man, it was a bummer to see him get stuck.
Yeah.
But Ray got his situation handled. They got the bus out of there and moved it around and got it on the gravel and got the trailer drug around and resituated. And
once they unhooked their trailer, they were on the home stretch then, and be able to get it out of the way. So.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some pictures of your car. Of course. Are you kidding? Look at that. Woo!
Look at that. Friday night.
Yeah. And shout out here with these pictures. I don't think we've used his pictures before. This is Johnny Allen Media.
Yeah.
So we didn't meet Johnny Allen. Don't know who he is, but these pictures popped up. Johnny Allen Media. Go to his Facebook page. Give it a follow. I went and followed his page. He posted these pictures and
great. Lot of pictures on there. He I talked to him on the side as well. He posted 30 or so here a couple hours back, and he said he'll have the full row here the next day or so. So the full album. But
I see another reason why you got a white car.
What's that?
You can see it at night.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. That looked good. Yeah, Johnny did a good job this here. And same with Foreman, because Foreman and I got up side by side a couple times. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
this must have been the second session because it was
a little darker.
There's a lot more.
It was a little bit
and you was in the other lane on the first one.
Right. Well, that's what we learned. One lane each time. Instead of this being this right lane rod, I got to go left lane, right lane. You know what I mean? Wow. Did you see what Wendy just said about Johnny?
Yeah, I like this. I almost read this as he's a high alcohol student. I was reading it on the side, and I'm like, he is a high alcohol student. I'm like, how am I going to interpret this? I don't. But she says he is a high school. She says so right here, high school. He is a high school student that is killer. Okay, good. Good to know that.
Great shows. Great.
He is a high alcohol student. Oh man, do what you got to do, I guess.
There you go over there, like his page, and also, like the shots. Order a few for real. I'm gonna order some.
Yeah, he had a picture of Dave's car too. Here, to show you, and it's a dark car, and you can't see it very good.
Sure,
it's not white. Now this is a crummy picture I stole off of my live feed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So the way the situation turned out with no racing activities on Saturday, there was like our chance to get pictures of the cars and that kind of stuff really got squashed because of the weather. So we was like, well, let's go through the live feed and just screenshot some of the cars.
Right.
I didn't get everybody. It was just a few. There were
a few new cars out there, wasn't there? I mean,
yep, there was.
We'll see a few here, but these classes are filling up.
Yeah, Don McGinnis read it the same. He read the same thing. High alcohol student. Wendy, she's the stupid boys.
Yeah.
That's a cool picture there.
Yep. Yeah, Tim brought this over, and he just made this little banner, and he just kind of getting the fit of it, how low to cut it and that sort of thing. Put it on a couple Fox bodies, and went over there, Devin Brown, first gen Camaro, just trying to get that wheel opening. I think he might be using a prototype here just to try out later for weld. I'm not sure 100%.
Yeah.
But he was talking about, maybe cutting an inch or so off. We were talking about it, but if he makes them, I'll buy it. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's really high up on the body there, just under the window, and it's almost if it had a couple inches out of it, probably pretty ideal.
Yeah, but you can see this gravel here where we snuck in on this spot, and that was by design when we walked the property and found this spot.
That corner right there was probably the most solid place on the property, besides the asphalt paved. This was probably the best chunk right there.
This was worth getting up early just to get, even though we were there a little bit earlier, it was worth it. That
tire cover, what would make it look cool?
What's that?
Is if the background was Tim's profile picture.
With the flag and
Wouldn't
stuff.
That be awesome? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That would look awesome, dude.
I know they got a survey we can fill out a form. And just,
we got a guy that can just march that right up the top.
Right up the top.
Right to the top.
To the top.
Make it happen.
We need to have him this year too. I don't want to mess around.
Yeah, get him next week. Come on.
Heck yeah.
Dr. Dave, our buddy Dave Engelken, his really nice red Malibu.
Yeah, and it's officially on methanol, right?
It is on methanol.
Yeah. What a difference, for real.
It is a high alcohol student.
For that E85. I mean, seriously.
This is another Johnny Allen Media photo that I snatched off of his page.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, him and his dad are having a good time learning stuff every time, learning something. So,
yeah. Well, and his dad's an old boat racer, right? Nitro boat racer or something. He was telling us stories at dinners of being in these capsules and by design jumping out of the boat if it's starting to wreck and all that stuff. I'm just like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling us some stories last night.
Yeah, he was.
This was captured off my live feed. Lance Mason. This is Jake Mason's brother.
Yes, sir. On the property. This thing was awesome, man. That thing just.
So this was a limited car, right?
Right. Yeah. So he's on the 26s. It's a big block Pro Charger deal.
On a slick.
On a slick.
Yep. That's slick, right?
That's a slick. Yeah. Rumor is, don't know, but like I guess they took the powertrain out of Jake's car and put it under here. And so he was trying to get it figured out and getting down. So yeah, on a 26 tire. So let's go.
Hey, I didn't get a picture of it. The Trans Am that we had pictures of last week. Meyer, is that Josh Myers or John Myers? We need to do a little protest on that car. Is it out of the rules? It's too loud.
Too loud. Oh yeah, with the zooming. Did you have the decimal meter there? Like,
Is it out of bounds on the decimal range? Is there a little fine print in the rules?
100, you got to shut it off.
That car's so loud.
Yeah.
LS with the Pro Charger and zoomies. Like, holy cow, this thing's loud.
Yeah. What was it? F3 121 or whatever that thing was.
Yeah, that's what they said last week. Dude, this thing's loud.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt about it.
So loud.
It had its own unique sound, just like Foreman Betty White. I mean, that's all the bass, right? I mean, like, man, yeah.
There's Jason. He's talking about Dave's red Chevelle Malibu.
No, look good. Look good.
Awesome. Jason was our neighbor.
Yeah. No, it's good to see Lance out though. And, even before like the official testing, they were making some laps, probably just scuffing the tires in and getting him some seat time, and so, but yeah, he'll be right there, probably next week. I don't know if they'll be where they're going racing, but I'm sure he'll be at Thunder Valley there on August 8th and 9th. So,
yeah.
And then go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say there were some players that made it late Friday night that we didn't get pictures of. Like
man.
Heckman, we saw him Saturday. Todd Bennett rolled in late Friday night after the second session. Actually, when the second session was rolling up, and so just with the rain, there was other killers that came in. Doc Baker made it on the property.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out to get photos and to talk through it. But we talked to Heckman when we were paying to get in and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Mr. Harper says, hope we can get a few Titans cars to Arc City this weekend. Good track and no mud.
Yeah. No, the prep will be there and you'll be on asphalt.
Yep.
Or concrete to pit.
I'm going to roll back to your pictures.
Okay.
And so we don't forget to do this. Tell us, you made 2 runs on Friday night. Testing was Friday night. No racing. It was testing Friday night.
Yeah.
Saturday was just nothing.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about what went on with you on Friday night? Did you get some runs?
Yeah, no, we talked about it, in the trailer and what we're going to do. We wasn't trying to, kill it or anything. We just we walked the track and just to see what we thought it would hold. And of course, all the players were there and limited. You know what I mean? Because the points is so tight. I think 4 or 5 of us are tied for first. And and then Foreman's right behind us with 1 point behind. So at any time it could switch out. But so I'm glad we went down there and tested. We put a little 450 tune up in it, nothing too crazy, soft, dragged it out, had some ignition retard in it, for the first 60 feet, dragged the ramp out. Nothing crazy on the boost or anything. At Ozark, we went 118 on the 60, just lazy as all get out. That was the tune-up, racing Shoat in the final, I think. And but so we put that one in and played with that. And launch was good. It went a 115, didn't it not, right out of the gate?
Yeah.
For a Friday night, that ain't bad.
Did you I didn't ask you at any point, did you up some RPM or up some launch boost for it to pick up 3 numbers? I wonder where the 3 numbers came from. That's really weird.
And it was still a bad DA, like it was.
It was,
over 3,000. But and to be honest with you, I didn't know if it was going to take it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But like I felt that initial hit, and I'm like, okay, we're on one. We're on one. And so when I went the 1-2 shift, it tire shook a little bit, you know, on the shift, which it does that, you know, that's not surprising. It wasn't like, oh, what was that? That's never happened. I just drive through it. It's no big deal. And then and you can even see it on the in-car camera when it kind of shake a little bit, and then it cleaned up, and then it shook again. Well, when it shook the second time, and still like it shook harder at other places in Texas or just wherever, the car shut off. Car shut off, popped out the exhaust. I saw the little flame, you know, so we're at wherever 300 feet at this point, you know what I mean? And I look, and the Holly dash is like restarting, you know what I mean? Like it kind of goes through as like you just turn the ignition on. And so I went to give it gas. I popped it neutral, went to give it gas, and there's no TPS, you know. I'm like, okay, so I'll just coast, you know. And I don't know if I looked up right at that point, but I looked in the in-car camera later, and everything was on. Ignition's on, boost on, headlights are on, everything's on. And so, well, once the Holly like started back up and like RPM showed, the car started back up. And so I'm like, okay, well, whatever. And I drove it back, you know, to the little ticket shack where we hooked up with Tanner. So I don't know, a little mystery there. So, you know, we looked it over. I ended up changing plugs. I usually change plugs once a year. And so I went ahead and put my fall plugs in. And so I even had to gap them. I wasn't even ready. And so we changed plugs and charged the battery up. We did a good look over. We're looking at ignition switches, you know, because I just put that new HCR whatever electric switch, so it's not a mechanical rod.
Solenoid. Yeah,
solenoid. So, you know, worked with Devin on that and got 2 switches. Now I got one in the cockpit. And you know, we looked, I mean, seriously looked the whole car over, you know, and as much as we could. And so yeah, okay, well, whatever, you know what I mean? And ended up finding out too that it kind of the fitting coming off the fuel pump, it kind of loosened a little bit.
Yep, it did.
We look around and we got a fuel leak. Even we thought it was water, moisture in the air. You know what I mean? And so we had to put a wrench on that and got a flat to put that back on and tighten that back up. So just like it shook, but like it, you know, I've had worse shakes. You know what I mean? But we get it back up there and go for the second hit. We're in the right lane now, right? The second hit.
Yep.
And so we get it back up there, and same thing. I'm racing Rich Frost, so I'm a little pumped up. He's the champ. You know what I mean? I got to at least beat him off the light, you know?
Yep.
If you don't drag me down here. And rolled out, and even before the gear change, it zipped tires. But let's be honest, at that point, the track kind of went away. Just dew was everywhere.
Yeah, it was really wet.
Yeah. And so, but for me, once it hit the tires, you know, I went in and clicked it into high, and then I just kind of rolled into leg it on down just to make sure like it took the load, you know, and didn't have any.
And not going to pop again.
Yeah, no popping. You know, of course, it ran fine. So I'm like, all right. It was funny too, because we're sitting there after we do the plugs, we're kind of just looking at like, what do we look for? I mean, you know, it's like, you know, where do you go from here? And so with that being said, when you're on the live feed, and I did a burnout, I heard it back. You're like, well, the burnout worked. All right, let's go try the 2-step. You know, well, the 2-step worked. All right, let's run it out. You know,
yeah. At least it can do that again.
Yeah, let's do that again. So I guess it's good that it happened in testing. You know what I mean? And but anyway, yeah, it was fun. I'm so glad we went, dude. Even though it rained out, still had a ball. You know, I mean, driving down there, making the lick, seeing everybody. Got more food than I know what to do with. You know, hanging out with Double D's there and Dave and his dad, Dave, and hitting the casino, and we had a good time.
Matt Ray has a good idea.
Yeah.
He says, guess you'll have to throw them old plugs in the new motor.
That's exactly right.
There you go.
That's exactly right. Didn't Tanner ask me what I was going to do with those plugs? Hey, what are you going to do with those?
Yeah, what do you do with them?
Walk up. So I might just, you know, have to do that. Put them in the new motor. That'll work.
Scott Linker, shaky. Scott, where are you at with your car? What is going on?
Close. I bet he's close. Maybe he can make it this weekend down at Arc City.
Yes, that's right. Come on, Scott.
Shaky.
I want to see that car or some more spy photos or something. I don't know.
Ooh, spy photos.
Spy photos. Yeah. Yeah. The first pass in the left lane, you know, when it went down there and shut off, that was going to be a really good run. So that was pretty cool to see that putting that 450 tune up in it. It went to 60 foot. The tire, the car rolled out. And at that point down there where it popped, had that not have happened, it was down there and kind of in the safe zone where it was going to make it on down the track.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, it made it through the little transition, and it was you know, doing what it does and rolling out. And, so yeah.
Scott says super close.
There we go. Just another killer car that's going to be around here. Going to go out and do good things with it. So we're excited for Scott to see that big block.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Yeah. The longer you take, the faster them other guys are going to get. Phillips and Andrick and them guys, man, gonna have to go chase them down, Scott.
There we go. I see Troy A's watching. It just popped up. So maybe he commented earlier, but I saw it on my phone.
What's up, Troy? Yep, dude, it was a good time there.
Dude, and this Friday night, it wasn't too bad. I didn't think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when the sun went down and everything, and good.
It's like this first round here, this first test session. The track was super awesome. Everything was really great. It's probably, I don't know, from the weather and as wet as it's been down there, because we could see a lot of water in the fields. Right. But after that, when the sun went down, like everything got so wet so fast. There was like water beads on your car, washing off your car.
Yeah, on the second leg. Yeah, when it hit the tires on the second leg, I was not surprised. You know what I mean? Because the whole car was full of dew. And wasn't the water grains about 120 at that point? I think it was at 107 the first hit. But
I thought somebody said like 150 or something. It wasn't
even higher.
Crazy. It was really high.
Yeah. But you're right.
It's even possible.
Stuff like
it was a high number.
Dew city everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the grass, you know, we didn't put the pit mat down. We was just working out the back. So the grass blades were dry during the day.
Right.
But when the sun went down, it's the grass blades were wet, like it had just rained on the grass. It was wet, so wet.
Yeah. Now on Saturday we planned on working off the sides. We knew it was going to dry out, you know what I mean? But just never happened. That big storm that everyone got, you know, in our area Saturday morning. I guess it just rained here around the Wichita area, made its way there. And I hate to even say this out loud because Goose ran us down and he's like, listen, apparently you're the reason why it's raining. You brought this weather with you. Yeah. And I thought I heard a story, and this is totally not true, but I'm just talking here, that just some of those other boys wasn't ready. You know what I mean? And so I don't know what class or anything, just fill in the blank. But and then Goose went and talked to Al, and you know he said, okay, we'll cancel it. You know, if you're not ready, we'll just go ahead and cancel it. So
yeah,
you know,
shut her down.
That's right. What happened. Maybe, let's see if Larry can confirm or deny that. You know, if it's coming from Goose, you know what I mean. It's got to be true. It's got to be.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, Tanner's in trouble.
Tanner says he's way late.
Yeah.
Would you just get up from a nap, Tanner?
You know he did. You know he did. He just got up from a nap.
Harper says Matt is waterlogged and needs it to dry out.
Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully all week it'll do that. And what I don't understand, Gary, we got 7 days in a week. Why does it have to rain on Saturday?
I don't know.
It can rain on Monday, Tuesday, hell, Wednesday.
Thursday. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's got 4 other days to rain.
At this point, we have really got lucky.
Yeah.
Aside from whichever weather situation happened in April at Harper's track,
right?
But the 2 Titans races,
even
the week after, the week after we was there, it rained. It rained out whatever they had scheduled for a bracket race or whatever. So, been pretty lucky and finally got caught in one.
Right, but it is what it is. I feel bad for those promoters and track managers got to make those decisions, and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it has. Harper's right. It has been. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's raining on the wrong day.
It's raining at the wrong time. Yep. There's Rich Frost. He was there.
Yep. The champ's back. You know,
the champ.
Yep. Limited champ last year, 275. What kind of motor's in there, Gary?
Small block Ford.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
An LS 1.0.
Chris Penny tune. Yeah. No, he was shaking it down. He had some issues the first couple events, so he was out and shaking it down Friday. And so we'll see how it goes in August. You know what I mean?
Yep. Always fun seeing them. The Kansas City group of racers. They're fun to hang out with and race with.
Who was else with that Kansas City group? Jason and
Jason Golden and he was helping Don Whitaker. He had a little Titans car. Tim Purdue, him and his wife. Tim was racing his Camaro, his new model Camaro.
They all pitted together.
Yep, and Rich and his wife, and Sean Curtis was there helping him. We haven't seen Chris yet this year with him.
Not yet.
But maybe we'll see him before the year's over.
Yeah.
This is one of the other Kansas City guys, Don Whitaker, in his little Mustang. This is a 4-eyed car, right?
4-eyed car, yeah. It looks nice. Okay. Yep. 4-eyed car. I think it's nitrous steel, right?
Yep. Small block Ford nitrous steel. One of Jason Golden's old engines that he had laying around. They stuffed it in this car for little Titans action.
Yep. SBF.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a nice car.
This was Bill Hart. This is like a SN95 body, right?
96.
And do you know what the power plant is? I do not know.
I saw it had the turbo in the front. You know, I don't know if it's a deal or what, but he's racing limited with us.
Yep. Yeah, I think we counted like 8-ish limited cars if it would have all worked out.
Yeah. On Friday night. So who knows what showed up Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's John Ames in Jerry Klingman's old car.
Yep. Another 26 tire.
Yep. Limited class, right?
Yep.
Cool. And we raced with him in Ozark.
Yeah, we raced him in Ozark round 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yep. Wes Choate. Everybody knows Wes. Show Me Speed Crew.
8.5 champ right there. Oh, there you go. Choate's answering on the 96. He's saying SBF.
SBF, small block Ford. All right. Good, good.
Yeah, and just putting it out there, Choate, went down, both licks. So, be the man, you got to beat the man. He's still doing it. Ran some 70s and some 60s Friday night.
Yep. We got 2 Choate answers here. Russell Foreman. What's up, Russell Foreman?
Yeah, Hart, right? That's his name with the dark gray.
Hart, Bill, right? Bill Hart. Is that right?
Yeah. Man, it's good to see Russell there and his whole group, the Nitrous Mafia, that whole camp.
Is he just crawling out of the Mexican restaurant?
Is that what he's doing? Is he with Larry?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
He was out there making licks Friday night. Oh, Russ was, and Betty White.
Yep.
Man, that car sounds good.
It does. It's such a beast. Austin Martin making a test pass there Friday night.
Yeah.
He was making some good runs, it looked like.
Yeah, he was. This is a racer here. I'm just here to tell you guys. He's leading the points right now, right?
Yep.
He made it to the final in Ozark. He knows how to race.
Yep.
Yeah.
A comment here. Okay. Wes says Bill Hart's car and Don Kelly is driving it. Okay.
There we go.
Right on. Nice. Here's Mike Sleeper's Malibu. He's another car from the 301 group.
Yeah.
The Sedalia area.
They can park this one next to, he'd be officially in the car show.
The car show with Dave, yes.
Over there on the property, that 4i, and yeah.
It's a twin turbo deal, and I think he killed a turbo.
Did he?
I think so. I think he mentioned it. I talked to him briefly in the waffle line, and he's got spare turbos, but they're at the house.
Okay.
So yeah. Dang it.
Yeah. Assuming that's an LS deal, Gary.
Man, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice car.
Austin says he tries his best.
Oh yeah, you do great, bud.
Oh,
And he could flip some flapjacks too. He was in the
that's right.
Side of the waffles there.
Waffle flapper.
Yeah.
We got a spy photo from Brian late this afternoon.
Okay. Hold on a second. Got some answers coming there. That Malibu's an SBC.
Okay, so it's a so it's not labeled as an LS, so it's an old school small block Chevy. Yeah. I take it that's what that means.
Yeah, like a 23-degree head or something.
Okay. Yeah, Brian says sleeper is a small block Chevy. I would assume if it was LS, it would say LS.
There you go. Yeah, old school. Cool.
Yeah.
Got Babyface. Got a picture from his hot rod.
Yep. Yeah, he slid us a picture late this afternoon. He didn't quite make it.
Right on.
But he tried.
What did he say? He's got power, an intake tube, and the intake powder coat or whatever.
Get some stuff powder coated.
Yeah, be ready to fire it up.
For where he's at with his stuff right here, the way the weekend worked out was pretty ideal for his situation.
Shote and I were talking on the side about like how, the way it worked, because with basically it was just a canceled race. So we never entered. And so no points of anything. So it was for some people that helped them, for some people that hurt them. And so we were just kind of talking through that a little bit. So, but we'll go on the next one. 3 to go, right? 3 down, 3 to go. 4-way tie right now in limited. And the only one in outlaw is basically Adam, right? Adam or Devin? I have to look at the sheet again.
Yep. We should have had that pulled up. Dang it.
And then of course Austin's leading Little Titans.
Little Titans. Yeah.
And he's leading by a little bit. It ain't, you know what I mean?
Just keep consistent. We pulled
525 too, and I think that's his sweet spot.
That's probably pretty ideal for Austin. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Goose came over and wanted to tackle somebody because he wanted to know. He asked Al if those chips were Braille. He said, he goes, I think that red Malibu they're with runs 525 exactly.
That's right.
I know he pulled that chip for them.
Them chips got Braille, and you can feel that it's got Braille.
I saw you shaking it up. Then he went back and watched the live feed, and he came back. I saw you shaking it. You didn't just grab when you were rolling. And I was like, yeah. Heck yeah.
Larry says, got to give mad props to Mo-Kan crew. It was nasty, wet Friday, and they turned the track around. Their new TVC spray rig is a beast. Thanks, Mo-Kan crew.
Heck yeah.
Total Venue Concepts, I believe, is TVC. Yes.
No, that first pass, I thought it was fine. Even like didn't Devin and Adams go down before me, and they ran good. Yeah. 20,
I think they went like a 20, 29 and a 31, 32, something like that. Pretty solid. Yeah.
The track was solid. That second lick, it just all the water was back, Yeah. It was in the air, and it's just like, what do you do?
Yeah, it was really wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian says he's ready to make oil pressure and boost.
Yeah. And sticking with that, Gary, we were talking about in the truck during the first rain, the basically was pushing it to the right at that point. They decided at that moment after the first wind, get your canopies down on the PA, get your cars in, the storm's coming. And a little bit after that, they just went ahead and took, canceled. And then because another one was coming behind it, and we were already talking about how last night, how it came in, what's it going to be like at, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock when we're trying basically into round 2 or 3 at that point, So it's probably the right call, all of our tech cards and little wristbands move forward to Noble. So it's no big deal.
Yeah. And had a lot of that rain come in. There was a serious concern about getting them rigs off the grass.
Oh yeah.
That would have been a giant problem.
We got a spy photo of the rig trying to get off the grass here in a minute.
Wendy says Craig, Carl, and Tyler have made some great improvements at Mo-Kan.
Oh yeah. Well, and we can see that because we were there just the 3 years ago. We were there. We got improvements. We got to walk around and see that. And
we saw it on the show. We would show them working on the turnoffs at the end, and paving that area up there on the east side. Yeah, we kind of followed it and saw it happen.
Yeah.
From afar over here. Friday night, so that kind of wraps up racing side of things. Then there was another activity to go down.
And this worth going just right here. Yes. This little hour or so, 2 hour little project we were in. Look at this. What's going on here, Gary? What do you got?
Well, we on one of the shows here a while back, we was talking with Wendy about doing all this, and my wife heard this, and she got right on Amazon and ordered some aprons. 4 aprons, and they showed up. When they got here, we stashed them in your trailer to make sure they would get to the track. And Wendy she's wearing one here.
Oh, go back. I got something to say.
Whoa, go back.
First of all, you see Devin back there signing autographs. But besides that, just put an announcement. That hat right there has got a tracker in it. All right.
Yes.
Take it. It blows down. Larry Hunt's still in it. It's got.
Larry Hunt. Yeah, Larry got blamed again.
He got blamed for stealing a hat.
He is,
man. He's good at that. But yeah, go ahead now.
Oh yeah. So this was Friday night, and this apron my wife picked out says waffles are just pancakes with abs.
Oh man, that's awesome. Those aprons were a hit, man.
Yes,
they put it on.
Got little pockets there.
Oh yeah. Austin had his little special in there and stuff he was showing me, and he was just going to town, man. Going to town. Look at that.
There's cooking some bacon.
Look at that.
They brought in a bigger skillet, or a skillet top, flat top deal. This might be Mike Sleepers. He made a comment last week that he's bringing the big cooker. So this is Mike's cooker.
Maybe.
So 25 pounds of bacon showed up.
Woo!
And she cooked 20 of it.
Okay.
So, woo!
Man, we went through it too. This is awesome.
It was so good.
And you got to. I know some pictures are coming. I'll just hold that pause. I'm going to hold this story. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we were standing in our group, and I had my fork and my plate, and I was trying to cut my waffle, and my fork broke.
Yeah.
So this was like a bacon emergency.
My
fork broke, my plate went because I was pushing down. My plate went like that.
Yeah.
The waffle, because I had a pound of syrup on it, it stayed stuck to the plate.
Right.
My 2 pieces of bacon like this went
off. I saw it tumbling. It was like a slow motion. Oh
no!
Yep.
Down to the grass it went, and I dove right down and got them and put them. Oh yeah, they went right in my belly.
Oh, right in the belly. They probably taste just the same.
I wasn't going to give up bacon that easy. No.
Nope.
I saved them.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Yeah, Wendy says it was great, and I was grateful. You did awesome, Wendy.
Oh yeah, her whole team back there. I mean,
Larry says, I seen Goose walking down the backside of your trailer, Hot Rod. I stopped him and asked if he was going to steal something. He said that was the intent, but you was working on your car after a pass, and he said it probably wasn't the best time to do that.
Yeah, that's when the car shut off. We're just kind of like, what's going on? And he said that hat was vulnerable. He told me later on, he goes, man, it was a perfect opportunity to get that hat. And I don't think he knows that was your hat. You know what I mean?
My hat
was in a put-up spot. I know what's going on. I lost my hat for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
You put yours in the safe.
I did, but he didn't realize that you have one too now.
I think I just figured something out.
Okay.
Goose, he was off. I think he was off talking to Tim Purdue or Rich. I was sitting on
Saturday.
Friday night.
Okay.
I was sitting on the golf cart. It wasn't dark out yet. I was sitting on the golf cart behind the trailer, and Goose comes by in his Gator or whatever that big machine is.
Making his rounds.
Yep. And he reaches over and he opens his little glove box compartment, and he has this thing in his hand. He goes, "You see this? I can shut off every generator in here with this button." I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." Maybe it can, maybe it can't. Maybe he shut your car off with that. Huh.
Is that what happened, Gary?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. He was the first one over at my pit when I came back. You know, that's what usually happens. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness!
I just thought of that just now, thinking about him driving by with that deal. I can shut every generator off in this place with this little button.
Top fuel cars, right?
Yeah.
Shut them off.
Maybe he shut your car off.
That's it. That's it. Oh yeah, he likes to play games.
Here's some more
this
pictures. Yep, the big skillet, the aluminum tin next to it. They're holding the cooked bacon.
Yes.
And there's Wendy. I don't remember the lady. Help us out, Wendy. Next to your on your left there, and there's Austin and Austin's girlfriend.
Right.
I
Look at that big old tip jar. Things piling up there. I know we collected a lot of money.
Yeah. Larry says he does have a master generator switch.
See?
Oh, Larry says Sunny Foster. Her name is Sunny Foster. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
She was slinging that bacon too. Her and Wendy was just humping that bacon.
Going to town.
Yep.
Yeah, they had it all set up and had it not, plates, silverware, fork, going down there, waffles, pancakes, different size waffles, shapes to sizes, syrups, butters, and then move on to the bacon. I'll be honest with you, Gary. I had 2 plates. I'm not talking about 2 different trips. I mean, at one time, I had 2 plates, and I would come over and sit in my chair, do all that. We did the live, drew the chip, then I went back, because you have 2 hands. And so you have a waffle hand and then you have a bacon hand.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, Sonny's a friend of Ray Parsons. I think that answers our questions. We got a picture in a minute. Don't say anything.
Right on.
Right on. Sonny's with Ray. Okay.
There's a stack of waffles.
Stack them up. Stack them up. Can't stop, won't stop. Tanner said he made 4 trips through the waffle line alone.
Well, I thought I said 5, 4 or 5.
Did you say 5?
4, maybe 5.
Were you 4?
No, I had 2 waffles and I don't know how many trips of bacon.
I think you had 20 is what they got to count here. Larry just called you out on it.
Wendy said y'all was sneaking in the backside too. Absolutely was. Yeah, Larry says Gary had at least 20 pieces of bacon.
At least.
Maybe not. Maybe. Oh, dude, it was so good. And like I said earlier, I would have kept eating it, but I was so thirsty. I needed something to drink really bad.
Should have just drank some of that syrup.
Whew, there's like a 5-gallon bucket of syrup there.
Look at that.
Dang kids, Matt says.
Kids, I love it. Look at that line.
Yeah. And this is just like a piece of it.
Yeah. I know. It's too bad we didn't have like a drone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that shot. And they got the dice going. We're just having a good time. There's music going in the background. Everybody just, hamming it up. And
there's Dave's head there in the right corner.
Yeah. He was sitting there next to us. Yeah. It was definitely, it was just a good time.
It was just super fun. Tons of fun.
Yeah.
And I was trying to, we had some snacks earlier in the day and kind of whatever. It's like just trying to keep just, hungry enough through the late afternoon in the evening to be ready for this.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I remember talking to you guys. I was like, okay, after this next pass, we'll come back, get the battery charger on, do a dialogue. Then we got to get over there. We got to get in the food, let's not be messing around.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Wendy made a Facebook post. She said, thank you all who are at the Titans of 10-5 waffle and bacon party. We raised $538 to go towards the junior dragster class. We will split that between first and second at the next Titans race at Thunder Valley. We have so much fun doing this and getting everyone together. 20 pounds of bacon and mini waffles. Lots of smiles, laughs, and dice rolling. Thank you to Jake Mason for allowing us to use your generator. Kept everything going. Ray Parsons, please tell Sunny I'm so thankful for her help and to everyone who helped.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great team effort, man. Great community.
Yeah.
$538. That's what it's really about.
And to the Martins, like, thank you so much for the time and effort you put in to your pit space to settle that up, to do all that work.
Dragging it in, dragging it out, waffle makers, tables, griddles, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's work. They're sitting there working while everybody else is hanging. They're sitting there working.
Like working at a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, super duper thanks to the Martin family and the helpers. Sonny, yes.
Yeah.
And Jake for the generator.
This started, with the Waffle House comment, when we went there when we were in Centerville.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, did this really start at the breakfast morning at Tulsa when she mentioned that she was cooked pancakes for Jake Mason's team at 4 a.m. or something? That story.
Yeah. That all kind of blended.
It all kind of came together there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just rolling. I mean, like you said, we can roll down to, the Waffle House at Noble, in August, but I'd rather just do this again. As long as everybody's game, I'll bring my bacon and bring my $20 to donate, but and we're not doing a live hog, Goose. I mean, that's just bring it up. We're going to bring a live hog, strap it, hook it on the back of my trailer. And he said he'll bring a power washer, get all the blood out, and we'll just dress it right there and keep going. Out. Nay. No eyes.
No.
Nay.
Yeah, that was Friday night. Great chunk of money, $538 for the dragsters. The juniors, so cool.
Yeah.
Very generous of everybody to do that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And they'll just roll it to the next one.
Yep. Comment here. Wendy says we enjoy doing it and having everyone together and raising money to get kids more involved in racing. That's so cool. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yes. That was the end of Friday night festivities. Yep. So we roll into Saturday.
Okay.
And it's sprinkling. We didn't unload. We're waiting out the rain. What's going to happen?
Right.
And
okay. So let's bring this up. We get there and we open the door and then we look out, right? And it's like, ooh, maybe we shouldn't unload yet, right?
Yeah, no.
So the PA gets on, everybody, put your stuff up, canopies down, put your car in and everything. Well, I have to tell this little story. I see Ray and his team like pushing the Fairmont back in there. And so I was like, hey, I'm able to go help them. Well, I didn't like run over there to help. I just kind of went head over that way. And, they're getting it up on the deal. And by the time I get about 10 feet away, they got it in there. So I was like, and of course, Ray's like, hey, thanks for the help, Rod. Appreciate it. We got it. We got it. It's okay. It's okay. And then, so we hop back in the truck here and he brings over two plates of this. And I'm assuming Sonny made this and it was delicious. So you can see Gary,
it was very good.
You can see what he's doing. Was this a kind of a noodle, chicken, peppers, cheese?
Yep. Some cheese. Yeah, I don't know what, some type of noodle type casserole. It was delicious.
Delicious.
Yep.
Yeah.
It hit the spot. It was really good.
We don't go away hungry at all. But if Ray's on, come on, let's hear the story and see if they know if Sonny cooked this or not. But it was delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ray, whoever cooked that, thank you. And thanks for you taking the time and effort to bring this to us. We really appreciate it. It was good.
It hit the spot.
Goose didn't bring us nothing to eat, did he?
What's that?
Goose didn't bring us nothing to eat,
did he? Well, I wonder why.
Did I ruin that?
I mean, you're Team Bennett now. You know what I mean? Shut us down. I'm over here with Scraps. Goose is sending us to be the errand boys. We're running into O'Reilly's now for him. That's what's going on. Our level status went.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? There we go. Ray's there.
Yeah, Ray said, Sonny made it. Chicken spaghetti. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I have never had chicken spaghetti. It was delicious.
It was delicious.
And thank you again, Ray and Sonny.
Yeah. And if you saw me running over there, Ray, I was trying to help you get that Fairmont loaded. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. I saw you tried.
And you even said the thought. It's the thought that counts.
Right.
You saw me.
I missed that. Lewis Martin Jr. says Mike Sleeper had another turbo on that Malibu Saturday morning and was ready to go. Oh man,
okay, great.
Okay,
yeah, got it going. That's awesome. That's a super nice car.
Yeah. Ray says Goose was busy telling everyone how to get out.
I know, right? Yeah, he was, man. Roll around. You gotta let the airbags out. You gotta get all the weight on the back tires. He was telling us a little bit of the secrets there.
You gotta hammer the throttle and don't stop.
He did too when he got in.
And that's what he did.
Rolling out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a show within a show there, watching all those big rigs get out of the mud.
There's what was coming at us from the west.
Yeah, there's the storm.
That didn't really do what it could have done.
Yeah.
But had we not been prepared, it for sure would have.
Oh, it would have just drenched the whole property that was already soaked.
Are you ready for the special service we saw?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, we saw 4 get stuck on Friday. And another one got stuck on Saturday. It needed help.
Yeah. There was some side bettings going on this, getting this one out. I watched several dollars exchange hands.
This was the Foreman show.
Yeah. Ford truck to the rescue, man. James has a super nice truck here and got hooked up there. And, of course, they got it all loaded and everything. Russell's trying to get out. And, it went like, how it is. It just went 2 or 3 feet and just started kind of, just spinning the tires. And so they brought old James's truck around and gave it a pull. They straightened it up here. This picture was early. We should have videoed this, Gary.
I know.
Is there any way we can get everybody back there and redo a rerun?
Go back, redo.
So the first time they took a look at it, they got it going a few feet, and then the strap broke, right?
Give the old Harbor Freight strap a test, and it failed.
I think they borrowed a strap from Tim, and so they straightened the truck out where it's going the same direction as the big rig, and that Ford F 350
monster truck,
eastbound and down, rolling out, pulled that sucker out. They made it to higher ground, so that was good stuff. Good stuff.
There's Goose standing right there. You see him on the right side.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, oh yeah. But we have to admit, we have to admit, when Goose got his RV, he 450. That's Russell. Yeah, that's a 450.
Dang, a 450. Dang.
Heck yeah,
man,
that's a nice truck. Yeah, and
what a shit show that was.
I know.
Years that,
you know what I mean,
Russell. That is an accurate description of that show.
Yeah, it really. I just feel bad because I don't know enough to help. Of course, you don't want all these Indians over there telling like, oh, do this. Too many chiefs in the kitchen. The old saying. You don't want too many people like, oh, you need to do this. You need to, do that. So
too many cooks in the kitchen.
I was just sitting there with the popcorn. Like, oh man,
there was like 10 or 12 people back here where we was.
Oh yeah, with old Ray's Gold Group
popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn and dollar bills just going back and forth. And so then once Foreman got out, it was time for the Phillips team. It was like, so the show just switched over one. You know what I mean? And so I have to say they, Goose leading the parade. One backed out and Goose drove his out. No problem. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's the way it was.
Yeah, it wasn't no happy time to go, talk.
Oh, man.
How's it going? All right. Hey, big one, huh? All right. Yeah. No doubt.
Matt says Tanner sent me this picture and I thought he was wishing it was his. Didn't realize they were stuck.
Oh yeah. I think wishes that was their truck. You know what I mean?
Oh, and it doesn't look stuck. It was just had enough soft and wet that
just enough, right? And just need to get up to that out because once they got rolling, and got on that asphalt, it came on out, and they went to the other side of the grass there, and
Yeah.
Made it onto the main parking area where they were good to go, so.
And like where Goose is standing there, that's kind of about where his motorhome was with a trailer behind it.
Yeah.
And when he went full throttle and turned the wheel to the left, he was just drifting, drifting around.
Well, actually, Gary, if you look real close in the cement right there next to Goose's left leg, you see his tracks.
Yeah.
His tracks where he was just slinging the mud and rolling through there.
He wasn't stopping for
nothing.
Just
looked like the big captain, driving there. And I heard that thing shift 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean?
Wonder what his wheel speed was.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh man,
it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. Hey, we had to have fun. We didn't get to race, but we had fun.
Yeah, everybody got out safe. It looks like.
Yeah, and even the Browns, once the Foreman's got out, because he was pointing the other way. You see the back of Devin's trailer right here, the Browns trailer, and he drove right out. Of course, they were on the edge, so maybe they didn't sink down as much. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the formulas and the whole physics behind it, but yeah, so he was able to drive out. But yeah. But I tell you what, too, Gary. Once everybody got out, there was a line to get out of the racetrack. And I was like, why is everybody back there lined up?
We found out.
Yeah, I found out. Because I'm telling you what, everyone, when you're out on the track and you're getting ready to pull out on what is that, 160 or something?
Something like that.
It's a little intimidating. I mean, because there's just traffic, and they just stack up just right where you can't pull left, can't pull right.
It's a busy ass road.
Yeah, and so we sit there for 5 minutes waiting for the right moment there, not to pull out in front of everybody or whatever.
That must be like a pretty serious feeder from southeast Kansas down into Springfield and that Springfield Joplin area to get down to the Ozarks and stuff. It's pretty heavy traffic, boats and campers and.
Right. Oh yeah, we were watching campers and boats and fifth wheels and you don't want to take M Road. That was the one that went right.
Oh, that's the road.
There's a road 3 miles more south that'll take you in Springfield. So
yeah.
What's Russ saying there?
Yeah. Talking about the Browns here. He says they were stuck when they pulled in.
Oh, is that? I saw some boards over there. I wonder what I didn't know if they were trying to level it out, to get it all set up. So that's what they were doing there. Yeah, they just pulled in and sunk.
Yeah, that's supposed to be why they're all kind of cattywampus there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
daggone it. Well, luckily, no real equipment got broke, by getting stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
smoking a tranny or just breaking wheels or axles or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, we got done with this show, and we kind of started to make our way back to your truck, and we got wrangled up with the Kansas City guys for a minute.
Oh yeah, we over there and got some street tacos, walking tacos.
Yeah, Matt says that road's supposed to be 55 mile an hour.
Oh shit.
You get ran over.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were.
Yeah, and then you got a special treat over there. Real quick.
We're sitting there eating street tacos and stuff, and Wendy came around with these 2 prints all framed up, ready to go, and there's about 10.
Melissa.
Dang it, I did it again.
You said Wendy.
Wendy on the post. I get that in my head. Melissa came around with these photos, and she took these at Ozark, and and sent these over, and I was just like, oh, she took 5 or 6, and these are the 2 I wanted. Never had a parachute out picture yet, and the other picture is me racing Shote in the final there. But or no, that was the Friday night fight, so it was just a little test.
Oh yeah.
And so, but yeah, no, great job. And I just instant message and hey, I want to posterize these with picture frames. And she told me how it should be and said that she can bring them to Mo-Kan, and I PayPal or Venmo or whatever that is, and she delivered them, man, hand delivered them, and it was just cool. Everybody got to see them, and she made a comment I think she said my camera likes your car or something like that, the color and that sort of thing, and like we were talking about with the color. And so yeah, I mean, I got them here. I'm gonna hang them up in my shop, and yeah, I'm just like, it was worth going just to get these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not going to put one of them where you told us when we was eating lunch yesterday.
Oh yeah, okay. So okay, my wife might be watching right now. Okay, so anyway, I don't remember who said it, Dr. Dave, or maybe you, Taylor, whoever it was. They're like, Rob, where are you going to hang those posters? And I go, well, I don't think my wife knows it yet, but they're going above the headboard, you know, where we got that flowery stuff up there talking about marriage and all this stuff, you know, and above our bed. Nah, I'm taking that down. I'm like, bam, bam, put these up there. And I go, of course, I said, now she don't know that yet, and that probably won't happen, but that's where they're going to go. So, yeah. So
you should sneak them up there just for the entertainment value, and make a report to us and let us know how that goes.
Should I hide a video camera in you know, on one of the dressers and then put them up there and just kind of wait for her to walk in and take the video and show it back on the show later? Is that what you're suggesting?
I don't recommend putting a camera in your bedroom.
No.
That might get you in more trouble than the pictures.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Harper says, damn boys, all you did was eat all weekend. Rodney, does your fire suit still fit?
I know, right? Seriously, they feed us. Gary, they feed us. No, that's awesome, Mr. Harper.
No, that's fun. Yeah, Russell says she takes great pictures.
Oh, yeah. Had to jump on these.
Alan Watts says Melissa Morrow is awesome. Good at taking pictures. They aren't that easy to get. Yeah, these pictures are super great quality pictures. Yeah. Really look good.
Yeah, and just to talk through this on that, when I saw her on the shutdown when the shoot was out, and I saw her and is it Chris Hogan?
Yes.
And so anyway, we reached out to him and like, hey, did you happen to get any pictures with the parachute out? And he said, he even said, he goes, I did, but it's not that good. He goes, get with Melissa's. I think she's got one. And so that's where I, hit her up quick. And she's like, yeah, I think so. I'll look with the other 2,000 pictures I have. And but yeah, she knocked it out of the park, man. So I did a little Facebook post to thank her and that sort of thing.
Austin, he says Rodney never put that fire suit on Saturday.
Oh, I know I didn't. Yeah, no, never got the chance. You know what I mean?
It's 3 waffles and 5 pounds of bacon too small.
It is, yeah. It's funny too. It's funny too, Gary, because when we go on these training events, we'll take a week and go to New York, just wherever, and we joke around and say, yeah, it's like a 5-pound week, because
absolutely,
right? Yeah. And so that's what this is. How was the trip? Well, about 3 pounds. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Lewis Martin Jr. says Travis Kurtz that sponsored the next 15 pounds of bacon also is the junior dragster class sponsor.
Oh, heck yeah.
Awesome. Super cool.
Great job.
Thanks, Travis Kurtz. Thanks a ton.
Yeah.
That's
good
awesome.
Update there, Lewis.
Yes. Do we know Travis Kurtz? Have we met Travis Kurtz?
We haven't. We're going to. You know how I am with names. I just call Melissa.
I do.
What I call Johnny that took the other pictures, Jimmy or something. I don't know. I'm terrible.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember. I remember you said something, but I don't remember what you said.
Johnny Allen. I go, isn't that something seed, Allen seed?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not Johnny Allen. Yeah.
No, they.
Those are really cool. It's gonna look good on your shop wall.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we packed up and went back to the motel/casino.
Right. Uh-huh.
Had us some lunch. We sat around, did some bullshit and bench racing, and ate a little bit.
Yeah. We probably overstayed there, but we had time. Other people were wanting the seats, but shout out to Dr. Dave buying all of our dinner and everything.
Thanks, Dave.
Wasn't expecting that.
And I'm going to give a shout out to a giant baked potato.
Oh my goodness.
I was going to get chicken strips. This is like the little, I forget what this little restaurant was called between the casino and the motel. I ordered this baked potato and I opened it up and it just completely filled the plate.
Yeah.
And I opted for brisket to be put in there, and brisket and big chunks of bacon and butter and sour cream. Dude, that thing was delicious.
I don't think you finished it, right?
No, I did not. I had a little bit left on there. Man, I was stuffed, dude. I was stuffed.
That was the first time.
It was so good.
Something.
It was a really good potato.
Yeah. And I had the pulled pork. And another little side thing is Tanner did not eat, and he just had some appetizers because he was still so full.
He was still digesting them waffles.
5 trips down the waffle lane. But
Larry Hunt says Travis races out of the Team Show Me Speed Camp, owns a Sonic in Versailles, Missouri. Great racing family. Maybe we'd have met him.
Yeah, I remember the
was
Sonic.
Was he with Wes at PRI when a couple guys that was with Wes? Is that who he was? I think.
Maybe Wes can chime in.
I think maybe his name was
a couple guys with him there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one guy was name was Travis.
Yep.
I might be completely off base.
Hey, we'll pull it in.
I don't know.
See what Wes says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep. That's
we made the best of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. That was fun. We went from here to the casino and donated to the casino a little bit. And
we want to make sure they're still, have the lights on when we come back next year.
That's right.
Yeah. I recommend staying here. Nice place, great breakfast. What'd you pull that AC down to? Like 61 or something, 62 when you walked in?
65.
Yeah. So it was rolling.
And it got there. It worked. It worked. Sometimes in motel air conditioners just don't work that good. Yeah, this thing was blowing icicles. Yeah. And I had my fan. I took my fan to my fan blowing in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it worked really good. Cool. Yep, that's the last picture we got there in our little story.
Sounds good. No, it was a great time overview. Too bad didn't make it happen. Like you said, if they wouldn't have called it, they would have poured again, and everybody else would have got stuck. You know what I mean? So.
And the weather guy, we watched it all week, and Saturday looked awesome, and Friday was like 70%, 80%, 90%. So Friday might be a wash. Saturday looked good. Well, it wasn't the case.
No. No.
Yeah.
Came in. Well, yeah, because we were eating breakfast or whatever. You're like, hey, have you looked at the weather yet? Saturday morning. Just came, out of the east there.
Yeah.
Or out of the west.
Yeah, a lot of rain came out of Wichita, and that's probably early in the morning and came out there. Not all of it came out there, but some of it did. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So you early on you said you was going to ask about a highlight. You still on that?
Yeah. So go ahead. You ready to answer?
Yeah, just a second. Alan Watts. Alan Watts says, guys, is there any way we can have a practice tree challenge one of these races on Friday night? Might need to be before the waffles. Better be all sleepy and slow.
Right after we feed up. Man, that's a great idea. I wonder if one of the team members here has one of those practice trees we could use. I'm sure.
Practice tree set up.
It went real well over in Ennis because I know Devin and Troy got in on that.
Yeah.
I think they were doing well until the alcohol kicked in.
Right. And I think there's a lot of alcohol involved there.
I think so. Yeah.
But that'd be something to keep in mind.
Mine might be the same as yours, but I'll just do the shout out was obviously the pancake feed. It was
man.
It was just off the train and you're just sitting there just looking around and just checking it out. It's like all this action and stuff and great community there coming together and then just all the money going back to the juniors. You can't make this stuff up,
Yeah. And that's my highlight too. My highlight might be different if we'd have got to actually race on Saturday.
Sure. Yeah.
But just the fact of, I love bacon. I love waffles. I love syrup and a lot of butter. And making that pot for the junior kids is super cool.
Yeah.
And it generated a good pot of cash for the junior kids. And that's definitely a highlight.
Yeah, definitely.
And the community and the people and the shooting the shit, telling stories, talking, and that's really cool.
Well, to that point too, when you roll to a trailer or roll, over there, nobody's like looking at you like, "Why are you in my pit?" I mean, just like this, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And talking it up, and just people coming up to us as well and chatting it up, and it's just a good time.
Yep, everybody's friendly.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm kind of bummed out we didn't get to race. I mean, believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Yep. Shake up them points a little bit, maybe.
Yep. Take them up.
Dang.
Take them up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I was also wanting to see some other limited cars. The Firebird and Lance's Camaro.
Yeah.
The Black Mustang from the girl's name was Stacy, right?
Oh, yeah, out of Kansas City, right?
Yes,
because he raced at Flying H last year in the slick class. So
yeah,
I'm assuming it's an LS deal. I don't know the car. I know it's a black notch, and
it was pitted over on the east side, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, there's 8 to 10 limited cars, and there was 3 I know of that were on 26s, and so. But so it's all coming together. You know what I mean? This thing is just blowing up. And like you mentioned for Scott earlier, like, hey, you better get it done. Everybody's just getting faster. That's real in every class.
Yeah.
And we want, Dr. Dave too to get his stuff so he can be right on that 5.0 to 5.30 range. You know what I mean? So Brad West.
There's his Brad West. Cool.
And, that's another hitter right there for real. Because I remember at that Flying H race, they were going rounds.
Right.
Then, and so, and Frost was back as well. I mean, so, Lance Mason, obviously. And so, of course, Choate goes down both hits. He goes down.
Yes.
So,
made it look pretty easy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Good time.
Yep. I want to bring this up again before we leave for next weekend at Mid-America Dragway. I want to throw this up. Mrs. Harper put this information out. Friday night testing. Gates open at 5. Testing is 7 approximately to 11. Drag radials and slick tires only. $50 for this testing on Friday night.
Right on, right on.
Yeah,
they were.
Go ahead.
I was kind of asking, like, if we were coming to the Ozark race, and when I say everybody, I'm talking about Goose, and I was like, no, we're gonna stay at Mad, Mr. Harper, to make up race from back in April. And of course, like, oh, that's just too bad. I don't know if you heard, but you won an all expense paid trip to Ozark, and we got in free, all food, entry fee, all food. But since you're not going to make it, I guess we'll just have to give it to somebody else. Okay, Goose, no, we're not going to make. Yeah, but can that all expense paid trip go towards the Titans in Ozark in October?
No, get a rain check.
That ain't going to be for that one. It was for this weekend only.
Yeah, hilarious.
That's awesome.
Good stuff, funny.
Yeah. Well, it was a good time, man. Appreciate everybody kind of joining in.
Yep.
Got anything else, Gary? Looking good?
No, man, I had a good time hanging out and having fun, and we got an awesome group of people we hang out with, and that's like 100% of all of it is great people to be around. So
absolutely.
With some racing and waffling and baconing, that's so good. It's such a good time.
And Gary and I were talking about on the way back. We got a little goal because, like, Gary brought it up, but I'm going to piggyback on this deal. We got this group from Missouri, right? Got this group from Arkansas. Got this group from Kansas City. We're the only ones from Wichita. What's up?
Right. Yeah. Nobody else from Wichita's racing. It's very strange. Very strange. There's a place for everybody to race. It's not like you can't get into something.
Well, you made a good point at dinner where, like, before, these other classes like limited, like Little Titans, if you will, plus the 605, I mean, all the indexes, that, you just had to run big tire or small tire back in the day. And So you have a chance to race, have fun, and just enjoying this other stuff there, and with the other classes. So I'm just excited to keep this deal going. They keep putting on the events. We're going to keep showing up. Is that Goose? Is that Goose right there?
I think this is the luckiest lady in the 5-state area. Donna says, "Sorry guys, I can't be responsible for Goose."
Yeah, bless your heart, for real. I mean, golly, you know what I mean? Yeah, they went from 4-state area to 5-state area. And,
yeah.
And
so specifically Memphis.
There. Yeah, there's a story there from Memphis. What's Todd Bennett saying?
Todd says, Tony Phillips, we didn't get to grudge race, and I don't even know if the Phillips are watching. We haven't seen.
I know Goose is watching, but yeah, because Todd came a little late Friday, right?
Yeah.
And so
he almost had to park out on the highway.
Yeah.
With that big rig. Everything's so wet.
It's awesome. And because the time he rolled in I think we were getting done or getting ready for the second session. So
yeah,
on it. But they could have, if we would have had it done Saturday, we would have got 2 hits before chip draw, and that's when they could have done that. But Mother Nature had more plans. So
Yep, there's another day.
Yeah.
Doug says, great show, guys. Have a great week.
Have a great week. Get to feeling better, Doug. Get your hot rod ready.
Doug also said up here, hope to see you guys next week. You coming down to MAD, that sounds like.
Hope so. That'd be great.
Right on. Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up, Mr. Rodney. Let's shout out to these partners.
Okay.
Another shout out to these partners we are partnered with in 2025. Mid-America Dragway, Ultra Color Collision Repair, Mobile Recon Mobile Detailing, Titans of 10.5, the fastest small tire series in the Midwest, Sandland Iron and Metal Auto Salvage, and Harry Street Carpet. Thank you to those awesome partners for being partners with us. It's racing year.
All right.
So fun.
Yeah. Great show. Good highlights.
Yep.
Again.
Yeah, I wish we could have had some post-race results, but we didn't. So, dang it.
Yeah. I think show told us a PRI. Maybe Al said it too. It seems like one of them gets it with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. They tried. It's a hard decision there for them promoters, track managers to make that decision.
Yeah. It's a tough job.
Yeah.
Make them decisions. Yeah. But
all right, Gary, you ready?
Roll on to the next one.
Put it out.
You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
1. Bam. All right. Have a good night. Have a good week, everyone. Happy Father's Day.
And I would assume next week will be a follow-up for the MAD heads-up race. That's the plan. So
let's do it.
Come to Mid-America Dragway. That's where we'll be.
Boom.
All right. Good night, Rod. Thanks, everybody. See you later.